Let's go. Oh, is it Mike everything? Wow.
Let's get over.
And let Mr. X have his center of attention.
It's your show, man.
He could be like, you know, Johnny Carter.
I'm gonna be in the YouTube chat.
You know, Jimmy Kimmel sipping
I am.
couch
Who's
with a piano.
in the blue shirt?
Hold on. You know what? You want to sit in this seat where I'm at? I think you're probably better off.
Me? Oh, him.
Hey, baby, I got you.
Is this PG-13?
It's live. I can't find it though.
That's the Extreme Channel. Let's pull it up.
There's no way this is live.
.com or GoDaddy or YouTube? YouTube. Right?
Go, Daddy.
If you find it, let me know.
Let me find it. Hold on. No internet.
Oh, you are live, my
Oh, there
friend.
it is.
You are live.
We are alive. I don't know if anyone can hear us.
Who fucking has a clue?
All right, so we got some chat going on.
Oh, they can't be seen.
Who?
Slide down.
Over there, guys.
Yeah.
Slide down.
Or this is where I was sitting.
Okay, well then,
Over
here.
try and angle the camera a little more.
I think the sound's working too. There might be an echo.
Angle, yeah. They can't be seen.
Oh, perfect. All right.
That's it.
Well, now you're changing it. Did you move me out of the picture?
No, you're in it.
Now too much. He went the wrong way, didn't he? What the fuck?
There you go. It should be.
Get the Velcro. Get the Velcro.
We're rookies to this. Though. That's a good. You got a good. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's why they have these little hooks on them.
Yeah, but I didn't see anything to hook onto.
All right.
I guess that's that.
Hola! Can everybody hear us? Look at that ass. Hey, we have like thank you. We have like 50 beers we need to drink in 2 hours, so please start drinking.
You want to get some Miller Lights? Good.
I'll go grab one. There's a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch in
You
there.
want to grab me one? I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mad Max 408. So everyone, do me a favor. Hit the. Why does your profile picture not look like you?
What you talking about?
It doesn't look like you at all.
It does too.
No, it doesn't.
You're insane. Hey,
Look, he's,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
he's looking down too.
I'm
so.
sorry. The caffeine is not kicked in.
So, good evening, everybody. We're going to wait about 5 minutes before we get started, but we're going to kind of fuck around a little bit. We are in my suite in Las Vegas, and make sure to stay tuned because I shit you not, there's a sex swing over there. Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Oh, it's all good to go.
So, I did see the Bills win, and I was thinking about all those Bills fans out there. That have been Bills fans forever, so definitely was thinking about that when they won. But it is post-Queen Studios event, so we're going to talk about this trip in general. We're going to talk about the event. We're going to talk about, we hung out with Queen Studios for 2 nights in a row till 3 in the morning.
Yes.
And we got them drunk as hell. Now, we can't reveal everything they told us, but we got some good stuff on them. So before we do that, let's kind of introduce everyone in the unofficial panel right here. There's a ton of Triple X members too, so we're going to get to the chat too, but we're not running on StreamYard or anything. But are we using real names or not?
yes.
I use my real
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have an alias.
All right. So first we have over here not a subscriber, Wit. He is on your left. Next to him we have Fanboy.
Oh my
God. Sorry, that was an inside joke. So
name. Put a lot of stuff this weekend.
we have his roommate this weekend,
Oh yes.
Justin. Is that his name?
No.
Josh. I've been drinking. That's not true.
Holy
This
shit.
is my first drink since 3 a.m. Then next to him we have
Billy.
black shoes today.
Black shoes today.
Black shoes chasing. And then we have Jim C. Is that how you want to be?
That's close enough. I'm good.
I'm sorry, what?
That's good enough. Yes. I'm good to go.
There you go.
What hurts? All right, I am Mr. X, and as I said, so we are in Vegas, and Queen Studios and Inart just had their event last night, so we've been here since Friday, all of us, And let's kind of talk about the non-event stuff first to reward those people that are watching now. Although we are competing against football, but we're watching football right behind you guys. So if they're staring intently at the camera, it's not at you guys. It's actually at the big screen right behind you. So we got here on Friday. What did we do first thing? I don't even fucking remember.
Picked us up at the airport, limo ride.
Yeah,
Is that where we started?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5:30. We got
Limo, yeah, right away, limo.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got here early and I played poker and I fucking killed it. Until this piece of shit got a 1-outer on me. So first of all, we picked up in a limo. We picked up. What's your name again? Josh. We picked up Josh. I'm just fucking with you.
There's so many J's that we've met.
Do you think
like,
your boy's
every day.
watching right now?
No.
No.
He does comment on my stuff.
Oh.
And so I know how you feel. I get really elated too.
Hey.
Nothing but love here.
And the
I'm messing with you.
Nothing but love.
generosity.
It's all good.
Yeah. Say
So-
never love. Insecurity's hitting hard.
So anyway, so we had a limo pick us up, and also with us was the Todd father
Todd
from
Father.
Spec Fiction and his friend.
Brian.
He was we called him Todd's friend.
Porn
yeah.
stash.
Porn stash.
Porn stash, yeah, we called him Porn stash. So we picked up, we went and got Jim C. from the airport, who was standing there in his salmon-colored shirt, just staring right past us, not realizing a huge limo just came to pick him up.
No idea.
And we started driving around and drinking and having a good time, and that's about all I remember.
Just seeing Vegas, really. Just
Driving around the
just
street.
Yeah, because these two fucks have never been here before.
Yep.
And this fuck lives here. And
Yes, it-
this fuck,
Been everywhere.
East Coast, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
You seem very shy, man. Is it the camera?
No, it's caffeine.
You need some caffeine?
No, I need my Red Bull.
All right. So we drove around, and then we got really drunk, and we realized we were in trouble.
We actually ran out of alcohol.
Yeah, we ran out of alcohol a few times.
Pretty quick.
So, I mean, we went through like
We went through a lot.
It's
like
okay, last
70,
night
80
we were
beers or
prepared.
so.
We played it smart, set the bar up.
champagne. So then we stopped to get Shake Shack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So while our,
How about
$300
Well,
an hour limo was
How about the
waiting.
urinal tour?
Even before
How
Shake
about the
Shack.
urinal tour?
Yes.
This
Oh
guy-
yeah, we did. Wait. Do you need a pee before we start? This guy had to keep asking us to stop to pee.
I asked one time.
No. Listen.
One time.
And you would think that, hey, that's okay. That's kind of natural. You're drinking a lot of beers. You're having fun. But the fucking problem is,
We
all
made
the
multiple
times
stops.
we stopped to pee as a group. He's nailed it. And then 2 minutes later,
I'll get the next
2 minutes
one.
later, Mr. X, is there any way you can ask the driver to stop?
I asked one
I have
time,
to pee.
and they have not let it go.
Have you peed before this?
No. I
Oh.
wanted to make sure I pissed during it.
So, and then also, so
Oh, my.
you know where I'm going.
I should, that bathroom right over
So,
there.
Yeah. So,
We had a crime scene.
yeah. All right. stay
Crime
tuned.
scene, yeah.
So if you want to see what the suite looks like, I am doing a compilation video of the entire weekend. So a lot of the stuff you'll see in that, you'll hear about tonight. But you'll see a lot of the stuff. You'll see close-ups of the statues from Queen. You'll see some of our limo rides. But you'll see a tour of the suite. But the first thing this fucker does when he comes to my suite is he uses the guest bathroom, which I haven't even been in.
Before anyone has the
Oh,
opportunity.
he didn't
to
even
use
let
it.
us take a
Yeah,
piss.
he
Straight in there.
Straight to the
And he blows that shit up, which is fine. You know, I'm sure it smelled
X
bad. I
lost
didn't
his
go in there.
deposit now.
But not only that,
That was good.
he left shit literally all over the toilet. And he comes out asking
For a Swiffer.
Yeah, like toilet brush. He's like, toilet brush. He's like, yeah, do they have toilet brushes here? It's like, no, you fucking weirdo. Why would they have toilet brushes? And, but anyway,
I was the second person in charge going behind him.
And then, yeah, he went
I witnessed
next.
the crime scene.
so that happened.
It was all taped up. The body was laid out on the floor. The markings around it.
You walked out of it like,
Instead of blood. Yeah. You
who
could,
the fuck did this?
I'm like wallpapered against
there
the wall.
was also a dent in the ceiling where his explosive ass lifted him off. All right. So before we go into any more of the trip, because you can tell it's going to be a fantastic talk, let's call people out in the chat right now. We got Cash is in the chat. Mad Max, what's up? Nick A's there. Renee Gonzalez. Who the fuck is that? Chasson?
That's me.
I thought you said it was two S's in your name.
No, no ass. Just
Oh, okay.
AS.
Renee Gonzalez. Jeebus is there. Broncos country, let's ride. I'm all right. We're going to find out tomorrow. I am looking forward to that. Kachiana. She's hot. Jonathan Landrum, Roddery Aaron Sparrow, Adam Collecting Journey. Did I miss somebody?
No, Landon. We met him the other night at the Queen event. Jonathan.
Not John Cena?
John Landon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did. There's pictures of me and you chatting on
Yeah.
Queen's website. We were looking at it tonight. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that other thing that we talked about.
We are not
That's-
talking about that
that's
one,
no,
no.
we're not talking about that. It's so fucking controversial. And good, though. It has nothing to do with Jonathan, but the picture was right after we looked at the picture of Jonathan. Yeah, very cool dude. David, Battleborn. I would kill to go there. Well, that's how some of us got here. And some of us will be killed when we get back. King Star King, yes, Todd Father is the founder and owner of Spec Fiction. Legal prostitution in Vegas. I can't confirm nor deny, but this fucker can.
Still pee? It hurts when you pee?
Subadai is there, skid marks.
That's why he didn't want to go with everybody else.
That's his new nickname.
That's
He,
right.
he did turbo shit. What's up? Jason! Jason, I've talked about you like 6 times this weekend. So, just so you know. All in, well, it was mostly in the bedroom, but never mind. Tim is in the house. MTB, Mark's in the house. Little late. Did you enjoy the event? Clarence is there. And Mike McDonald and Paulie's Hideout. All right, guys. So first of all, we're in the limo. We stop at Shake Shack. And we had a few goals for the weekend. One of them, none of you know about, and I'm going to reveal it right now. And you guys are all going to, like, hindsight is 20/20. You're going to be like, holy shit. So first goal, number one, I don't know if he wants this advertised or not, but Todd is a pescatarian, meaning he doesn't eat red meat. So we had a goal to get Todd to eat red meat.
Yes.
So he suggested Shake Shack, which kind of surprised us, because if you don't know, Shake Shack is a burger joint. So we went there, and he ordered a deep-fried mushroom burger. But what he doesn't know is we talked to the person behind the counter, and they switched out and deep-fried a beef burger.
Oh my god.
And he thought it was unbelievable. So that was the secret number one. The secret number two this weekend is Todd and I had a bet, and unfortunately we were just having too much fun. We didn't have it. XM Studios' new Magneto on the runway, quarter scale, we think is the ugliest fucking thing that's ever walked this planet. So we were going to try and convince one of you guys to order it live. We had a bet that we actually filmed earlier, and it almost worked on you.
Oh yeah?
Did you pee out?
No.
You can do it right now.
I don't even collect Transformers.
Hit the extreme button, you get 10% off.
Who the fuck
Magneto
says-
is not a
Oh,
trans.
Magneto! I heard Megatron. I heard something with Magneto, not my bad.
I was wondering why you guys were hyping that stat. I was like, these motherfuckers are insane. This thing is
We're going
not.
to try and get you to order it live. We just
For some reason, I heard Megatron. I don't
we
know
had
why.
so much fun this weekend, guys. It just, am I right? We just-
It was, man. This shit was a blast.
So after Shake Shack, we got back in, and we had to hold Todd's belt. Or was that last night? Well, no, that was the first night.
No, that was
Last
night. That was last night.
All right.
Brian was on Todd duty
Who
all
was
night
the night
last night.
before? Someone was doing it the night before, hanging out the limo.
The first time I saw
Really?
it.
I don't remember the first. Who?
First one was a
So
Him.
also
Yeah,
for the limo, so Queen Studios, there were 2 representatives from Queen Studios at the event. One was John, which if you're in the statue collecting community, you know who that is.
Yep.
He's kind of the face of the company. The British guy, who's sexy.
Marketing and overseas director.
Yeah, he's for us
He-
horrible Americans.
He usually just says he's marketing.
And then also Jason, the CEO, was here. So
Very cool.
they were supposed to join us in the limo, but they were driving down from California to Las Vegas because they were meeting with Marvel. I don't think
They
that's a
know
secret.
No, they don't.
It's cat's out of the bag.
But I just got to tell you guys, you know what is coming very, very soon? Not a Queen Studios Black Widow bust. So actually, we asked all these questions. And there's a lot of stuff they shared with us. They
Yeah,
asked
there
us
was a
not
lot
to
of
share,
information.
which we'll tell you guys in a private setting, not here. But we asked about female MCU bus.
Yeah.
Disney is against female bus, and there's more to that story, but you can probably infer why.
Yep.
People are weird.
It's crazy. In short, Disney's afraid of what people would do to those busts,
The industry just won't have
It's
it.
crazy. It's crazy.
which is like blows my mind.
And/or life-size
For like
statues.
$100, you
Yeah.
just get a pump and a block.
So
They won't make
Save
anything
shipping
above
costs,
quarter scale
right?
for
Unbelievable.
female marbles.
Shut
correct. Yeah. Disney will not allow anything above quarter scale female
Character.
character. Just crazy. But anyway, they missed us. So they met us up here at the suite later that night after the limo.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember everything that happened. You guys,
No,
one of you
no.
can drive, so I mean,
Yeah, they did. They came through, man. We were winding down, but we finally got. John finally got back to you. Said he's on his way, and well, that made our night. It lasted another couple hours.
yeah, until like 2:30.
Yeah.
But and God bless, I really appreciate them. They took a little bit longer to get here because they stopped to bring us some tequila.
They did.
they did.
Yeah,
They
that's
did.
true.
And liquor drinkers.
They don't want to drink.
So they chose the worst fucking tequila on the
Nobody
planet.
wanted, like,
And all of us almost threw up drinking it. But yeah, so that was fun. But then we just hang out here. We talk shop with them. Things got a little heated at one point.
A little bit. Oh yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
In a
was
nice-
really
in a nice way.
uncomfortable.
In respectful manner.
Respectful, but a little
It
heated.
was a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it
little
got a
bit.
little bit,
So
cold.
I'll tell them what happened.
Is it the Todd thing?
No.
Yeah, all right. So what
Todd the
happened? No,
Collector.
what happened was, all right. So Josh, right in front of the Queen Studios people, he whipped it out,
Oh.
and he said, "Is this rash normal?" and then Todd whipped it out, and he had the same thing, and he said,
I have a
"Yes."
cream.
That's how it
Yeah,
got,
he did
got a
mention
little-
a cream, right? I do have a cream.
But,
Todd's rash is bigger than mine. Just pointing out.
Oh my god.
Oh,
well, I had
sorry,
more
don't
to
be proud,
come.
don't be proud of that one. Oh,
And you just touched me.
oh you did? Sorry.
Yes, seriously, stop touching me. We were at lunch yesterday, and the waiter came and put his hand on my back.
He about freaked out.
He's shaking.
I
I'm
kept
like-
seeing people touch you at the event, and I'm like, oh man.
I was about to lose it, but I was pretty drunk there. Oh yeah, because we'll come to that at the event. Why we were so drunk? A few of us were drunk as shit
Oh,
before
yeah.
the event even started, and they also had an open bar there, so that didn't help. One guy was really drunk.
Oh,
The guy we're not going to talk
yeah,
about.
the controversy guy.
Oh, him?
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
The boy from Oklahoma?
Oh.
Or the other one?
No. Any?
You're giving up too much anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there was a
Not
couple.
official.
There was a couple people from Oklahoma, so it's okay.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
all right, yes.
No,
It still
from
wasn't
It
Oklahoma
from
though.
Oklahoma, though.
It still wasn't
All
Oklahoma.
right, so and then eventually we crashed. Well, I crashed. All these fuckers left. I don't know what they did, so I can't speak for them. But I'm pretty sure it was something sexual with each other. And I went to sleep at about 2:15 in the morning. Then at 3 a.m., someone's pounding on my door. Security, security. So I get up and I'm drunk and hungover and asleep still, and I open the door and I'm like, yeah. And this is what he says to me. It's like a blur. He goes, and I say, okay, and I shut it and lock the door.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, I don't know what he said. But then, so we get up the next morning, and I don't even remember what we did. What did we do the next morning?
We walked.
You two were together.
Oh, yeah.
We took a nice walk.
Me and
Yes.
Jim C were together.
Yeah, in the morning.
And we were hanging around, walking.
Yep. A
Drinking.
Lot, a lot.
Usually we try to go to the buffet, but there's.
We went to the Wynn Buffet, which if you watch my Vegas videos before, you know that the Wynn Buffet is the absolute best buffet out there. And it was a 2-hour wait to get in. So then everybody converged at Caesar's Palace, and we went to eat at an Italian restaurant where a guy tried to feel me up from the back. I know it.
Honestly,
Oh,
some of
oh.
the best Italian food.
And who did we get a picture of?
Jerry
Jerry
Rice.
Rice is here. Jerry Rice.
Well, technically a picture of the back of his head.
Huh?
Technically a picture of the back of his head.
Yeah, you know what's so funny?
It was free.
It was free. We didn't
Yeah,
pay.
I didn't pay anything.
It was free.
That
So-
line was not moving.
So what happened was, Whittier got on Chasen's shoulders
Uh-huh.
to take the picture of Jerry Rice.
Security kind of jumped at him, but he was good. Focus was in.
Yeah. So and then we ate, and then they saw some of the free stuff in Vegas, the stuff you need to see.
We saw a Transformer and an Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not a
before
recast,
Jerry.
dude.
not
That's an official Queen Studios. You should buy it.
I should buy it.
You should buy it right now.
Yes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, that means you need to check out the Extreme Channel's social media.
Facebook page.
All right, let's someone monitor the comments.
I got you, man.
Did
I
you
got
enjoy the event? We're going to talk about that. It was great meeting you all. Jonathan was the man, dude.
Hey, Jonathan's awesome.
He was supposed to hang out with us, but him and his wife had to go like to his
Another
sister's
party.
birthday party or something.
And he lives here as well. Me.
I
I'm gonna try
say
and link up with
I
him
say
in the
collectors
future.
before family, but
you had someone asking.
Chase is here. Chase was there last
Chase,
night.
the other Chase. There's two of us.
You're Chase in.
I am, but I go. People call me both.
He's the Chase. You're Chase in.
Either
Chase
works.
is an awesome fucking
Yes.
dude. Met his whole family.
Met him last night.
Was awesome seeing you, man, for sure.
Yeah, great guy.
Let's see here.
He did recognize my son with that.
Yeah, and we didn't invite him to the after party, which we'll talk about, because
'Cause
his family, he had
yeah.
kids with him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was not a kid-friendly place. See, he laughs. We need something new for Sabretooth. Cough twice if Queen is doing a Galactus statue. They're not. So, are you getting the Hulk life-size? All right, that was the first night. I think it was the first night.
Hope Wester was yesterday.
Oh no, we
here,
inquired about
in
it the first
hotel
night.
room,
We
yeah.
inquired about
Yeah.
that.
So Todd Father, who's opening his gallery, shameless plug, and I don't know why I did this.
In
That's
January.
like
In January.
That's what they were
It's
doing.
tentatively
Him and Brian.
January.
Tentatively
Sean.
January.
Yeah, and he asked Queen Studios if he could buy it and what a price would be. And I'm going to tell you the price they quoted him in case you try and buy it and they upcharge it a little bit. But they said $50,000 plus shipping.
Plus shipping.
So I told the Todd Father I'd go halvesies with him if he put up Extreme Channel stuff everywhere in the gallery.
True.
So we'll see if he does it.
Yeah.
Too much sausage in one video.
What the?
Oh, you have no idea. That's all it was.
The whole
been all
trip.
week, the whole trip.
I feel bad for Sick One's wife.
Yeah, his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
the only
stick
female
mention.
surrounded.
You
Yeah.
can mention who joined us.
So we're getting there. You're getting ahead. We're still walking.
No.
No, we're at
We're at
Caesars.
the
We
Italian
got kicked
place.
out of the buffet.
Wait,
It was
we
a
grabbed another
2-hour
one of these?
wait.
Yeah. So then we come back here and we get the giant drinks.
From Fat Tuesdays.
Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesdays. Yeah, we get the giant drinks.
Except for us.
Yeah, we got the mini ones.
And they got the mini ones, but everyone else got the big ones. And they asked Whit, they're like, so how many shots? And they're saying extra shots. So he didn't know it was optional. He thought it was like mandatory.
I'm getting 2.
So they put in 2 extra shots
Yeah,
for
2
like
for
a total
10.
of 8 or 10. And then we went to Todd's much smaller suite
Yeah.
because it was much smaller and it doesn't without the sex swing.
Right.
And
right.
we hung out there until it was time to go to the show.
It's rookie mistake.
Amateur hour.
Rookie mistake.
And we went downstairs and we're like, hey, we need to get down here. And there were 7 of us, so we couldn't fit in a lift or an Uber. We'd have to take separate ones. And we asked how much. And they're like $125.
No, 140 at first.
140.
Yeah, and then they
and I
went
said,
down.
fuck you. I pulled up the lift app. It was $13.
Yeah.
So we took
One,
2
yeah,
different
yeah.
lifts.
Well, you also came back with a lower offer. Was
Yeah,
it-
he came back like
It was
real
80.
quick.
80.
Yeah, he's like,
Deal of a
"Oh,
lifetime.
great."
80. Deal of a
Yeah,
lifetime.
yeah, that's what he said. He's a deal of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, would you look at all these handsome
What's up,
motherfuckers?
Shane?
There's a lot of Extreme members in this chat.
Sure is.
Good.
After
You know
that,
what? I'm going to tell you something. All right, you guys know I fly all the time. You know what pisses me off?
what chapter ass?
What chaps my ass? This actually, I should put this in my next video. I'll in case you're watching this, I'll do a sneak peek here. They always say, first of all, I fly United. I'm exclusively United on their 1K, their premier level, and they're like, we'd like to thank all the United Mileage Plus members, And the first thing that goes in my head is, what, the other people who paid just as much for the ticket aren't as special? But then right after that, and everybody else. It's like, so I'm not special as a United Premier? I mean, it just pisses me off. Okay, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But then we get to the event.
The venue is really cool too.
Yeah, let's come back to the event.
Yeah.
Let's come back to the event. So we go to the event, which we'll come back to, and then after that, the after party. So I'm going to tell them why we had the after party we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For
Previous
That's
night-
a good.
Previous
one.
night, John from
Right
Queen Series
here
sitting
and Jason
there.
right here.
Yeah.
They couldn't
John
make it
Jason.
on the first night.
Yeah, and so they're here in the suite, and they're like, "How was the limo?" And we're like, "It was great. It was a lot of fun." And then John goes, "Do you guys have a limo for tomorrow night?" And I'm like,
Eyes lit up like
"Yeah."
a fucking
and
bug.
I'm like,
Oh, you're
"No."
kidding
And he's
Christmas
like,
morning.
Yeah, kid at Christmas morning.
And then he goes, "Oh, could you?" So
You were scrambling almost all morning to get the
Yeah.
limo.
Yeah.
7
so-
different limo companies.
yeah, 7 different limo companies, and one guy goes, "I have one, but it holds like 28 people."
Also, the limo company that sent you that meme of Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So we booked the one with the 28 passenger limo company. There was only like 12 or 15 of us. Plus, we actually invited quite a few people at the event. And if you were at the event and we didn't invite you, other than Chase, we didn't invite him because it wasn't family friendly, and we didn't want to tear him away from his kids because that looked bad. But if we didn't invite you, we just missed you. So please know that wasn't intent, except for you, weirdo. So. then another limo company finally got back to me, and they kept texting me all day, like, hey, do you still need one?
Right.
And then they sent me the Dumb and Dumber meme of Lloyd. Is that
Poking his head out.
Yeah, of Jim Carrey poking his head out. I was like, damn, that's clever marketing. So, we went to the event, then we went and did that, and once again, we got so drunk we needed food. Oh, well, first we went to this very high-end, nice part of town liquor store.
Liquor store, yeah.
That we literally got shot at while we were walking in.
Cash and carry.
John got kicked out because he brought beer in.
He did. He brought his open beer.
We were all warned
Can't
about
do that,
our
man.
district,
The
though.
Chinese guy just walked in with an open beer.
English guy.
Well, he lives in China.
Yeah. So now he's Chinese.
Just because he
He
lives
looks Chinese.
Okay. Wait, do you also remember the cracked out homeless looking guy
That was trying to get in the
trying to get in our
he's
limo?
like,
Oh, yeah.
What are you guys doing? I just got off work.
He just made himself a part of the gang.
And God bless
He
Mike, our
rolled in
limo
with the
driver.
hammer.
Yeah, this cracked out
Yeah.
guy tried to get in the limo.
Trying to roll in for the free beer.
He
So-
did.
So we started going around more, and we got hungry again. And then we found out Sick and his wife had never had In-N-Out.
Oh. So West
Neither,
Coast,
neither did
Central.
the Florida boys.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
I haven't eaten.
Everyone knows what
Everyone
it is.
knows what In-N-Out is, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
we know what it is, but
and it's overrated. In-N-Out's good, but it's overrated in my opinion.
Always
Yeah,
worth
I
trying
think
though.
so too.
There you. Oh, that's. Remember, we're watching the game. So like, if you ever hear us pause and we're staring at the camera, it's because we're watching the game.
the game.
What was that?
Not really a game, but
It's not a game.
But
we're not really watching. I was making a porn joke, but okay.
What's the net worth in this room?
Not
Yeah, well,
This fucker's owns a hotel chain.
successful, man.
Yeah, of one hotel, but that's still a chain,
I
right?
got 80
chain of
bucks.
one,
Yeah, it's still a hotel.
better than none, right?
I got about $20 in my wallet.
After this trip, I'm surprised you had that much left. Didn't you go to the ATM and it wouldn't let you withdraw more money?
No,
No.
I spent.
Hey, like spit your card
I
out
spent
pieces, like
$15 to get $20 down the ATM.
You should've
That's how
took
much
more.
was-
The first stop we got out of the limo to go to the bathroom,
Fucking big.
I went to an ATM, $3.50. That's all it charged me.
Yeah, yours was a $15
$15 charge, you get $20. I'm like, God damn it.
Are you serious?
He's not
Yeah,
even
I would have
kidding.
done it for you for 10.
That's true. We could.
Right, because I could have, saved you
interest.
$5.
And
Yeah.
it's yeah.
That is interesting, though. I remember I was telling my first time in Vegas over 20 years ago. I brought like $300 total for everything. Like the first day, I was cleaning out my bank account already.
Before we got to Vegas, we were
We were
$300
$300 in the hole
hole.
before we even got in our hotel room.
From what?
Issues in the airport issues.
The hotel, like everything, it hit us all.
They added extra stuff.
When I went to TSA,
No,
my ID that they scanned didn't match up to my ticket, which the ticket had my name on there perfectly fine, but because it was electronical, they wouldn't accept me because their system said that my last name was Grandfather Jr. Yeah, and I was flying.
All,
What are you,
Grandfather
like,
Jr., all one
what
word?
do you like,
Yes.
no-fly zone list? What is this?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He is now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No fly
and she
list.
said
That would be a
without
fun
paper
fucking
ticket,
drive.
Yeah, so we had to go stand back in line for a good 40 minutes, and we're time's clicking down. We're trying to get on the flight,
Look, they do a cavity check.
and the lady's like, "Oh, well, it's $25 for a paper copy."
So
we're
we
like,
spent $50.
TSA is asking us for this, and we're like, "Screw it." We got both of them. While we were there, we got our bags checked, make sure we don't have to pay anything to get our bags on board. She's like, "Oh no, you're fine, you're fine." So after that, we get to the plane, and they're checking bags there, and my bag does not fit. They charged me $99 for my backpack to get on the flight.
I was just tossed it, bone in the clothes.
I would have bought you
Right.
lunch or something. I mean, I feel bad
I
now.
would've-
Oh no.
Oh wait. Oh,
you bought him
we forgot
enough.
some what happened at lunch with the Todd father.
Don't worry, he hasn't subscribed yet, so you don't owe him anything.
Yeah. So remember, so,
Yes, yes.
so there were 7 of us at lunch yesterday, and then the bill comes, and it was $300 bill.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
everything's expensive in Vegas, so we did the math. We're like, okay, with tip, give them a nice big tip, fantastic waiter. Everyone owes like $44.
44.
Oh.
So some people give Todd, and Todd's gonna charge it on his card, so people are giving Todd cash, and some people give Todd 50, and Todd's like, no, everyone stop. You overpaid me. I have to
Yeah.
figure out how to give you $6 back.
Yeah.
And this is from Todd, who all of us collectively, except for the non-subscriber, give him tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, we really want $6 back from you,
I'm
Todd.
like, can I get a receipt?
Yeah.
You had a question, Mr. X.
Yeah, from Hugh.
Yeah.
So there's probably about 100 different sources my autographed memorabilia comes from, so I can't give you one specific. Is it worth more? It's probably close, to be honest with you. Because again, just like statue value, autographed memorabilia value is subjective as well.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, just like comics or
all-
sports cards.
Depends on the fan.
How much you can get it for? Yeah. So, like, for example, earlier today, I sold my autograph, Mr. X, to Justin. I know your name's Josh, but that was funny. To Josh for $400.
It was a steal of a deal.
But he flipped it. He flipped it on eBay.
He flipped it on eBay to not the subscriber.
Not to describe.
So,
So far, my trip is now
I
$900.
told you to subscribe. And
You still have to
unsubscribe
remember to
tomorrow.
go to the autograph store that's here at this hotel.
we did today.
Oh, you did go?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did this morning.
We did the tour.
Yeah, so it's way overpriced. It's about 6 times more than you can normally get. So, where were we at? Oh, it's In and Out. So we went to In and Out.
Yeah.
And then we headed back to this hotel and we did another after party in the room that lasted till 3
They
a.m.
showed up.
Yeah.
Queen Studio showed
I
up.
passed
We did a
out
nice
your
Q&A.
section.
Josh passed
Oh,
on the
yeah.
We did a nice Q&A the first night. They showed up.
We
Yeah,
talked about
We
it.
They
already
actually-
talked
they-
about that,
The
dude.
second night too.
See, we did second night
Yeah,
too.
that's what we're,
Second
that's
night.
where
Yeah,
yeah.
I missed it because I passed on the section.
And he passed out on sex.
And yeah, Josh, I'm sorry, Justin. I know your name's Josh. Passed out on the sex swing, and we did so much stuff to his body. Did you notice the marks this morning?
I was very sore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so one cool thing as we circumvent, we're going to talk a little bit about today. Today wasn't very exciting because we were all really drunk and hungover and slept till really late. But even in the hotel room or even at the event with Queen Studios, they are some of the most real people you will ever meet.
Yep.
They are.
They are very open to, in my opinion, they probably share more information than they should.
Yeah.
If I was them, I wouldn't share as much as they do. But they are just so transparent, and I think
They were genuine.
yeah, during the show, which we're about to come back to, just very, very upfront, and they really, while they want to make money, because what for-profit company doesn't? Sorry, we're watching a pretty big slow replay right now. If you're watching the Cowboys games, you know, I mean, they're gonna lose, but shit, I didn't know the Cowboys were 4-1 this year.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, right.
We're good.
We're not Denver.
Fuck you. So, anyway, so Queen event. Let's back up. So we got in our 2 lifts for $13 each, and we went to the Queen event, which is in the ghetto of Vegas.
But when we got there, we had a nice surprise. The Loki bus was there.
Yes.
Oh, hang
Oh
on.
Lord.
Oh, my God.
Hang on.
Did you
The night
believe-
before-
did you believe-
Yeah, you guys, we got to talk about everything. So first we walk in, and the lady asks, "Are you here for the Queen event?" Because they have multiple events going on. And she told us that we can go up to the 2nd floor, but the Queen event's on the 3rd floor, and you can't go up there until the event starts. So we went up there, and Josh went to the bathroom, right?
Yes.
I think you did, yeah.
You went with me. We held hands.
Oh, that was my hand. So we went to the bathroom, and then you and I came out, and we're waiting for everyone else, and I'm like, "Fuck this, dude. Let's go upstairs." And Joe, "You can. It doesn't open." And I was like, "Do they know who I am?" So we went up, and Josh made this point. So all of us had to buy tickets for the Queen event. Nobody
No,
ever
we
asked for your ticket.
No, we just walked in.
Yeah, just walked in. So we walked in, and I was amazed. There was an open bar. I was so excited.
Yeah.
And I think they had some statues there. But so we went there about 15 minutes early. There was quite a few people there. Some people in the industry I wasn't familiar with. Some people I was familiar with. Secret Compass had a presence there.
Surprisingly, the Inart section was more packed and had a lot more people.
Yeah, a
than the
lot
after
more
session.
1/6 stuff. I agree.
Yeah.
A couple other YouTube channels. Some I'd never heard of, and I met for the first time.
Justin's collection,
You
Riley
Justin's collections
reviews.
for there.
Yeah, you
However, I do want to talk about one person that showed up after Josh invited him. Why don't you talk about it?
Fanboy.
Oh my God. Michael Roman from Everything Always.
What? He was there. Did you get to talk to him?
Did you?
Did you pat him down?
No, you were
Did
on
you
him
pat
all
him
night.
down? Did you
That
pat him
was-
down?
That was actually John from Queen Studios requested that.
Yeah, he did.
Because Josh
the
brought
night
it up.
before.
Yeah.
The night
Oh,
before.
Because
right.
they were already talking,
Right.
and Josh was like, he would love to come to the event.
We forgot an important
You
detail.
did suggest it, and he said, "Can you get him?"
Yeah.
You got him. I
John-
said, "You
yeah,
did.
he
We
wanted-
did get him."
We're going to back up to Friday night. So you mentioned to John that you speak to Michael from Everything Always. If you don't know what Everything Always is, I guarantee if you're into comics or MCU, I guarantee you've seen his videos. So he's a YouTube guy I've talked to virtually a few times, and but they're best friends. Is
We're
what
not,
Josh
no.
said. Josh said that they do everything together. They vacation together.
Boys before toys. You did
Boys
say
before
that.
toys.
Boys before toys.
Mike's not watching this. He's still in Vegas partying right now.
Probably.
He's probably asleep.
But yeah, he probably is. So anyway, he mentioned, hey, I actually know, I've converse with him before I can see if he's available because you knew he was in Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was flexing. Well, earlier that night, I tried to flex in the limo. Remember that?
Oh yeah, he tried to call Jim Mint and he didn't pick up the phone.
So it was like 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night here, which is, I failed to think, is 1 or 2 in the morning where Jem lives.
Yeah.
And something came up because we were talking about I don't like to give my cell phone number out. And I was like, only like 4 or 5 people in the community have it.
I'm one of them.
I'm two?
How?
No, it doesn't.
I had to give you, I give it to you.
Yeah.
Very few people have it. And before this weekend, it doubled who has it. But one of them who has it is Jim, because him and I talk. We used to talk daily, but we still talk often. And I was like, yeah, only important people have my phone number. And they're like, who? And I pull up, I was like, well, Jem Mint has it. And someone...
Chris might
BSC.
Hang on, we're getting there. You guys aren't good with the stories. You got to stretch this out. I make like an extra cent.
That's true.
Every minute we stretch this out, I make another penny.
Thank you guys for
Pennies on the
coming.
dollar,
That's
man.
the end.
Pennies on the dollar.
So...
You're not even a subscriber. What are you
He
doing
still
here?
won't get one
So
out of
I'm
me.
like, I talk to Jem all the time. So I call Jem's phone number, and it's on the limo. It's on the Bluetooth, so everyone hears. And it rings, but not only does it ring, but then it goes to a mailbox that has not been set up. And Jem's had that number for years. So I was like, fuck. Well, how am I going to flex now? So then I called the Batman statue collector, who did answer.
He did.
And I'm pretty sure he knew I was drunk. But then the next day, Jem texted me. He's like, why'd you call me at 2 in the morning? And I was like, well, we were riding a limo. I was trying to flex that I knew you.
Yeah.
And he's
Like,
like, since
that
I went straight to voicemail, it pretty much backfired. It's like, yep. All right. So now we're back at the event. We get up there. A lot of known people, a lot of people we didn't know, a lot of collectors, whether they're here in Vegas. A lot came from California. And we started checking out the pieces. So go to Queen Studios. Any of your pages have pictures of the pieces? Is there any groups that do? You can refer.
They're
to
all
them.
over.
Payne's-
Queen,
I know Payne
Queen's
people.
posted a
Oh,
bunch of
like
photos.
Shoes.
Pain Collectibles,
Yeah, he
Spec
put it-
Fictions.
Oh, they're on
Facebook
Spec.
page
Yeah.
has some.
Queen's page.
Queen's page, yeah. So, and I'm doing a brief video. It's very brief. It's not detailed or anything, but you'll see the ones that were there. And all of the statues were there, which we're going to talk about in a second, other than Tom Holland.
Yeah.
At first.
At first.
At first.
True, true.
It-
So
it
his
was-
base was there.
Right, he was missing.
But he wasn't there.
No torso.
And we found out from John and Jason
After.
that they took him to he came out of the box and his hair just horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the disadvantages with rooted hair and life-size busts. They took it to 3 different Las Vegas barbers to try and style it, and none of the barbers would touch a freaky bust.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting story. Hopefully
Not
you
for
guys
sure.
find it entertaining. Anyway, so we get up there and we start checking out the pieces. So let's go around the room. What pieces were? Let's look at the Queen stuff. So if you're unfamiliar, Inart is a subsidiary of Queen. So
Right.
there's still Queen pieces. They're just starting a different line. It's 1/6 scale. Some of it's for licensing reasons.
Posable figures.
Yeah, posable figures. Sorry, yeah.
Alright.
And they're trying to go against a competitor, Hot Toys.
Yeah.
But and they're doing a great job because they're charging twice as much.
Yeah,
But
but
the
it
quality-
look,
but
but
the
what we,
quality's
we'll
there.
get to, but
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
did see, it's
So,
phenomenal.
so let's talk about the Queen pieces first.
Alright.
Which new reveal did you like most, and were you
Let's use-
surprised by anything? And what piece did you like most
Okay.
overall? So anyone first?
Starting with non-subscriber.
Yeah,
Starting
non-
with the non-collector, non-subscriber.
Non-subscriber. Definitely the Joker. That was, I don't know what scale it was.
1/3.
1/3.
Yeah.
The Joaquin
that-
Phoenix.
Yeah, me and Todd were talking about it. The color scheme on it, the face, the texture. It was amazing.
Did you touch it?
Yes, all over.
Did you really?
It's all over.
Like one of these?
The bus. I think the Captain America. It's
Yes.
just impressive. Like sitting next to the
I
other
swear to God, if
3.
you say presents, I will kick you. Even though you're bigger
Did
than
he
me.
say presents? I thought he said presents, did he?
Yeah, the presence in the film just was overtaken by this massive
I see.
statue.
Yeah.
It couldn't. The other ones couldn't compete with the Captain and the fingers. Like me and Josh were talking about behind the shield that you don't normally look at. It's so realistic.
It's creepy real.
Yeah, like the fingernails, the crease, like everything is just on point. And the Tom Holland, they did a great job for not having a barber to detail.
Yeah, they did
style
it themselves. They
did it
used
with-
spray bottle and
They went to a
hairspray
gas
and comb.
station.
I
and
want to
got-
know.
Yeah.
I imagine it had like.
I want to know how
band-aid.
that went. Like they walk in the barber shop and like I just want to know the reaction to the people.
Can you do it? What's the cost?
Yeah.
Forget the cost.
I think
Can
they
you
said
do
two
it?
of the barbers said we just don't have time for it.
Yeah, they were booked.
Yeah.
They probably looked at it like a joke.
Well, that's what I'd say. If so, I mean, they
Right,
thought they were
to
probably
say
bringing
nice.
like a dead body.
They
Yeah.
probably thought they're getting punked, maybe, because
One
we
guy
walked in
barely
with
speaks
a
English,
bus.
the other one is proper English.
By the way,
I
we got
would
the
say he
blow up
barely
doll.
speaks
We do
English,
that
but
one
yeah,
too.
English is not his
Yeah,
first
yeah.
language.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
All right,
my
pretty sure.
questions on the sessions.
It seemed like a
Justin,
joke.
what about you?
Yeah, skid mark.
New reveal wise, probably the third scale Superman.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty awesome. I wish the Nightmare Batman was third scale. It just makes sense they were together. But as far as favorite pieces there, like you said, the Cap bust and then the Cap half scale. And then of course, Loki was nice too. But
Just say it all. Why don't you?
That just
Yeah,
hit me.
I liked everything.
Yeah.
I love everything. PO it.
it's really.
Just PO
I think the Cap busted out the most because it's the only one with the only one without with
He was
arms.
massive. He was massive.
And it was huge. It's a lot bigger than I
face
expected it to
That's
be.
what she said.
And like, it's just they're creepy good, like you said, with the fingernails, the ears. It's just I don't know. It looks like the real person's there, and it's kind of creepy. But those are the best pieces.
I also think it's easier to get his likeness because half of his face
Yeah,
is
it's-
covered up.
yeah.
And if I were to get those busts, I could get him because, like I said, it's half covered. I don't think I could do the full Tom Holland head or Doctor Strange or Chris. It'd be kind of weird having them in the corner of my room. But it's just me.
Staring at you.
Yeah.
Jason.
I'm gonna agree with him for new piece. The 1/3 black suit Cavill Superman I think kind of stole the show in terms of not expecting it to be that great because we've all seen those busts before, like through images and whatnot. Everyone's had opinions on the bust already. But just as a new unveiling, it was very nice. And then favorite overall, for me would be the Strange bust. I love that.
Yeah,
bust.
he was good.
Yeah, the
was
Strange
really
bust. The Master
He was
Series.
spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Are we allowed to bring up? Because I know some of it's been shared on like social media. The presentation.
It's already been shared, but we're going to get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get to also. So the first 2 hours was the viewing and socializing, then the last hour of the meeting was a presentation and Q&A. We're going to get to that.
I'm a huge Captain America fan. So I was really looking at the half scale. Again, I walked in the room. That boss is incredible.
It is.
I mean, you see him, you're like, push everything to the side. You can't ignore him. I mean, Doctor Strange was great, but that Captain America, I mean, you put him in the house and looking through the window, you think he's real.
Yeah.
So I gotta say Captain America.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of go over all of them and my initial thoughts, and you guys jump in when we talk about each one. I wasn't as impressed. I'm going to start from left to right if you guys remember, how they were laid out.
Yes.
I think the Doctor Strange, don't get me wrong, it's probably the best Doctor Strange bust that'll ever be revealed, and it was very, very good. I thought it looked better in pictures than in real life,
Okay.
personally.
Yeah,
So-
he had a bad hair day.
No, it wasn't his hair either. It was something about his face, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same point.
Yeah, the pictures look better than he did in real life, but he's still amazing. He's still the best bust. And Tom Holland, even with the fucked up hair, was really impressive.
That was
it looked
very
like he was
underrated.
Todd
there.
made
Yeah.
this to me.
The face on him was
Yeah,
perfect.
Todd-
Perfect.
Todd was saying that they saw him at an event that they had.
SDCC.
Yeah, and they said they were looking over and saw him, behind people. They thought Tom Holland was standing.
Well,
there.
that's what I said
That's
last
how-
night.
that's
In the
how
limo, we
realistic
should have took
it
the
is.
bus in the limo, stuck the window out.
Yeah.
Out the window. You'd be like, you think he was in a limo?
No, he seriously was the best one. And you know what's funny too? So we talked about how real Queen Studios is. When they took that to San Diego Comic-Con and the half-scale cap, right? They had that there.
Yeah.
So they emailed me and they're like, hey, after San Diego Comic-Con, would you like to review these two pieces for us? And so, of course, after I creamed my pants, I said, fuck yeah, I would. So they said, great, we'll ship them out to you. Well, then it was crickets, and it was fine. It was disappointing, but I didn't say anything. But since they were here, I asked them about
Hey,
it.
you did hit him
Yeah,
up, yes.
but they had to ship them to another convention is what happened. And they apologized to me. They're like, we should have followed up with you and told you that.
There was something like
Yeah,
that.
they were-
Oh,
Yeah.
also the guy that sent you the email is no longer with
Yeah.
the company.
Yeah, but they knew that. They knew
Yeah.
it because
They're-
they
they're-
And that's where they apologized. 'Cause they
Yeah,
were like,
they're
we should. After
apologizing.
that happened, we should have reached out.
just
and
said, hey, we
yeah.
can't send them, which is fine. Which,
Yeah.
but, and I never told, I told members of the Extreme channel, that anyone who has the X's next to their name, they know that I was getting those, but I didn't release it to the public. But anyway, so what was after, Loki, the new Loki bus was after him.
Correct.
Yep.
So, still very impressive. I still think personally the likeness on the older one was better.
Did you actually make a bid on that last night?
No.
Yeah, I thought you were making an offer.
Stop it. So,
Stop it.
stop it. But it was still very impressive.
Do you think it's
I thought
maybe-
he was hugging it up. I'm not
It
kidding
might
you.
be something with the helmet.
That's what I'm saying,
It
because
covers
the other
more
one
of
you're
his face.
fully, you see the full
Yeah,
face. Yeah.
It could be. I mean, it's still really impressive. And we asked them also, why a rerun of Loki?
Yes.
Why a rerun of Loki? We asked them that here in the hotel room. Why don't you?
2 reasons.
Yeah, and 2 reasons. One is because the new Loki has the America license, and
Correct.
they only have what, 5 pieces that are
Four.
that are licensed in the United States. And just so you guys know, getting pieces licensed in the U.S. is their top priority. I mean, we talked about it for hours
Yeah, we
each
did.
night.
Yep.
So
There's just a lot that goes into
that
it.
because they could get that one approved, and if we have time tonight, we may even talk about some of that process. That's why they did that
That's
character.
one of the reasons why they're here.
Yeah.
Not just the
Because
event, but
before the
they're trying to
event,
get
they were
licensed.
doing negotiations in Cali, and now they're going back tomorrow to continue to
Kinda wrap it
negotiate.
up,
Yep,
yeah.
exactly.
So, then Captain, right?
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
bus. I think we all agree the most impressive bus.
He was a
Yeah,
showstopper.
it
Anyone disagree?
Correct. He was the show.
Overscale?
No.
No,
No.
The arms really
It just looked
add so much.
Yeah,
to it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you basically had half the body.
You did.
I mean, how many,
He
put
did.
him up on a
Yeah, it's probably his
pedestal.
belly button, I would say,
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Smaller than that Infinity Heath Ledger.
Not to mention how tall it is, because the base of it is just so
Yeah.
massive.
For
going
that
down.
bump,
Yeah, it's got like the same
kinda
base like
sits-
Black Panther and all them
slings-
It's got like a
slings up
10-inch
and-
base,
Yeah.
Next one was the half-scale Captain America.
which I'm gonna get.
very
This
excited
was the
for
one
that.
I was most impressed with in person that I didn't
Yep.
know were going to be there. That
No,
was
it's
really
funny you said that
impressive.
because I was in a bubble, but when I walked in the room, I seen all. You know what? I'm gonna get this guy. And you said the same thing. You had
Well,
him.
he already
had it.
You
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
you had him. I'm like,
Instantly
I'm gonna
went to
get
get
him. I mean, he was pretty nice. You know, in the pictures, I mean, he's okay. You see him in person, completely different.
Yep, I
And
agree.
I know there's pictures going out where it looks a little off, like does look Chris Evans. It's spot on,
It's
especially for
good.
that
It's
scale.
very
Person,
good. It's a
spot
very
on.
good statue.
Of all the ones there, that is probably the one I wanted the most that I didn't want before I went there.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Now,
And then-
now that Todd, I spoke to Todd. I mean, he's like, he agreed the same thing. He said the Captain America, both versions were great.
Then next in was the new Superman reveal. So there's a lot of controversy already around this. Now, one thing we asked Queen Studios, we're like, how do you feel that when you reveal a work in progress or you reveal a prototype, that some collectors out there immediately give it constructive criticism, some bash it, some attack it, and God, they were a lot more politically correct than I could have been, and they were being very real with us. But
That's what they want.
But they said they were
Yeah.
very straightforward,
That's what they're looking
genuine.
for.
They weren't like hesitating. You asked them a question, they weren't like stuttering. They answered it.
well, and they say that they take screenshots
Screenshots.
constantly on
The
social
Q&A.
media.
All the comments.
Yeah, they respond to every comment so they know that it's been addressed to look for trends. And I think a great example of that was their Wonder Woman bust. The likeness was totally off. Not totally, but it was decently off.
Yes.
And then they fixed it, and
Yeah,
it was
they
spot
hold
on
the-
because
they
they
hold the
listened to
process.
everybody saying, "Hey, this
Yeah.
does not look good."
Well, they said they start out like a portfolio of those comments.
Yeah, I
And they
forget what
click-
percentage he said, but once it
Yeah.
gets to a certain percentage, if it's that many people or more, that's when they really
the
consider.
the team goes over and they're like, okay, we got to stop progress and,
Yeah.
and fix this because too many people have that opinion.
Exactly.
They also mentioned that, for example, with the cat bus, how people didn't like it with one arm.
Yes.
How they were to go back and fix that. They're not able to do that for every piece, like the Iron
Right.
Spider half scale. Because once it's out, that's what's licensed. Like that's what's the
to
license
start it
approved.
all over.
If they change anything, they have to get a whole new license and start the whole thing fresh.
So this is how the licensing process works in a nutshell, as they explain. One, they get approval for a character. After they get approval for the character, whether it's comic or
Movie.
movie related, and movie related has more steps, so it's much harder to do. Then they have to submit the concept that they have for that character. So kind of maybe a rendered drawing that, not even close.
They said they do multiple.
That,
not just-
yeah, they
not
do
just
multiple
one,
because
yeah.
they'll always get shut down, and then they'll get asked to tweak things. Now, each of these steps is 2 to 12 months. So, I mean, it literally can take. Then, when the concept gets approved, they start on the digital sculpt. And there's tons of tweaking throughout that entire process back and forth. And then after that, you got to think about they got to do colors and paint. So, like, for example, I know a lot of people are asking, okay, why are you releasing a 3rd scale black suited Superman first? That's fair enough, right? They said it was easier to get approved. I mean, if they were working on, they told me if they were working on the traditional colors, it'd probably be another year and a half. So, We're still going, right? All right. What was next to him? Was that Joker?
Actually, you
No.
skipped the T-Rex. There was a
Yeah,
T-Rex.
there was a
Oh
T-Rex.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
1/18th. I think it said.
Yeah. It was very small.
It was very. The base was cool because it had
It
the
was
yellow
cool.
light up on it. But
That was cool. Look great.
Yeah.
Just small.
We didn't really talk about that one too much
No,
because
well-
we're curious.
Well, they-
why are they doing it?
they put it right next to
Yeah.
all the bus though, like the
I know,
smallest
it
thing,
kinda
and so
like-
it kind of got
It
overshadowed.
got lost. It was
Yeah,
like,
it was between half scale and then the 1/3
Yeah.
soups.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's like, oops, excuse me, this is out of the way. You know?
Well, and what's interesting, didn't ECC just reveal a T-Rex?
Yeah, but
Yep.
theirs is
112.
a lot bigger, right?
1/12.
So, and yeah, we talked about it briefly. The problem is, whatever scale this was, it was a unique scale, so it won't go with any other dinosaur pieces. So, because everyone does 1/15th or 1/10th or 1/12th or.
Yeah.
Then what did we have next? It still looked very good though.
Oh, the
Nightmare
Nightmare.
Batman.
1/4 Nightmare.
Okay.
Which
one-
for that looked really good still for even though it was 1/4.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, that was-
Even though it was mixed media, it was great.
That was their only 1/4 piece. So.
Well, what was
Earlier-
wasn't that anime piece in the center? Wasn't that 1/4?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even know what that was from.
That's their own creation.
It's their own.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing behind.
That's right. They're
That-
creating multiple IPs of their
That's
own.
right.
Yep,
That's
that's
right.
one
Is
of
that
them.
the chick with the white suit?
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know what that is, that's show us how tall you are. Intellectual property is like what's the source material? You know, obviously, a T-Rex is a T-Rex is a T-Rex, but they're probably making it from Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. So a lot of companies out there will create their own source material. So, for example, a great example is Sideshow Court of the Dead. That's Sideshow's own line. They thought of it. They kept of it. So Nightmare Batman. But what I think the problem is the quarter scale weren't as impressive because they were dwarfed.
It worked.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
the T-Rex, no
They
one was
were.
paying any attention to it.
Because next to that was Joker, which was also
Another
third
1/3.
scale.
Well, because you had the higher statues in the beginning, they just shrunk.
So they
down.
should have put the third scales next to
They
the
should have flipped
away.
it.
Yep.
They should have
And,
flipped
and they're learning from this. So,
Yeah.
and also, just so you guys know, there was just two of them here for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
for all
They,
of
they
this.
set it
Oh,
up too.
that was incredible.
Yeah.
Two guys set up the whole show.
Base for the most
Well,
part.
they were complaining about the time frame they had, and they were like, "We just didn't have enough time." Then
Well, maybe they shouldn't have been pardoning in the suite till 2
and then also the Tom Holland issue, they had to stop to go try to figure that out. It's just a time waste. So
Also, the more feedback they get from this event, the more likely they'll be able to come here and do more.
They want to do it
So
again.
more
Yeah,
feedback,
I mean,
the better.
It's definitely, if you had a chance to do it again, I would definitely do
Yeah.
it again.
But
Oh,
like
yeah.
for their
Absolutely.
first attempt at this, it was very well done, man.
everyone requested from the.
Summarizing, we got to go in order. Next is Joker,
No.
right? Joker. So there's a lot of controversy around Joker. Have you guys seen it? Base is too plain. He looks awkward.
It's from that dancing
His
scene in the
eyes,
bathroom.
It's,
eyes,
it's
but-
almost that's exactly what he looked like in the movie. In
He's
my
supposed to be awkward.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be buying this piece, but I thought the likeness was spot on. Which I think Joaquin's Phoenix likeness is easy to capture because I think everyone's done it really well. At least
And
with the
with-
makeup
There's
on.
so many walking Phoenix pieces out there. They're trying to still continue, but do something different with it. So it's not just the
I
same
mean,
piece
he
over and
was
over
he
again.
was nice.
So it was nice.
He
He was
was.
very nice.
So, all right, moving on. I was not as interested in the Inart line.
No.
So I mean, I was drunk as shit. So I don't really remember all of them. I know there
I
was
peeked
a
over
couple
there. The stuff was really
Pennywises,
nice, but-
Heath Ledgers. So
I
we'll
looked
kind
at
of you guys talk about them.
Yeah, I walked through there. I'm not a big 1/6,
Yeah.
1/10 scale guy.
I can see the appeal. If I was a 1/6 collector, I would be leaning more towards Inart.
No, they don't even look like Hot Toys. They look like.
No, they're very.
They look like
When you're
statues.
paying for them, they're definitely
Yeah.
getting a result for
The
it.
Joker I didn't even know that it moved. They had it in the sitting position, okay? But you
Oh,
can
oh.
also have him standing, and they're
Yeah,
like,
Oh,
we
when he was
have,
in the jail, the one
Yeah,
in the
they
jail,
have-
jail
they
stuff.
have
Yeah, that was
magnets
that
It's
was
a
good.
direct
Two-pack.
articulation
Yeah.
figure, so.
That was good.
yeah.
Yeah, full articulation. But which piece they had? They have Pennywise. They have two Heath Ledgers.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Pattinson,
Batman.
Bruce
Pattinson.
Wayne, and Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's two of
And if
them.
enough people request,
Gandalf.
Gandalf was the best
Gandalf.
one.
Yeah,
in
Gandalf
my
was really
opinion.
good.
When they talk about him.
if enough people request those light up cases they had them in, they said that's a
You know what?
possibility they
I
could
was just
start
going to say
selling
that
them.
those cases, they're priceless.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they
really
said they
cool.
would release them. To
I mean,
the public.
that's a
They would
great
give us-
idea.
I would love one of those cases
I
for
saw-
the half scale Tom Holland switch
I was
out headlight.
thinking the same thing.
I think it
like,
would look
these
phenomenal
cases-
in there.
The cases are fantastic. I'm like, I started looking at the case more than the statue itself.
People
like,
were
they
talking
were
about
great.
it.
And they said, well, never mind. We'll get to that later
I
because
mean-
the presentation they
Okay.
said something about the
I mean,
cases.
plus, you got, once you put them in that little glass box, I mean, he just looks like a piece of art.
Yeah, they did. They did.
So after that, we presentation began, and first they gave us gift bags, and you would have thought it was fucking feeding time at the zoo.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Every these fuckers went in there and digging through the gift
What
bags.
were we doing? We were standing around talking, drinking. All of a sudden, we looked to the left,
It's
Yeah.
like
and they're like
Yeah.
jumping into
Yeah,
bags.
jumping into
But-
bags.
Fucking nothing's left.
Yeah.
The only thing
No.
that sucks is we didn't realize till after we got them that they're size smaller. So
Size?
you had to get a
Oh,
Probably
size.
too
You were
small.
too
You had to, like
size
I wear a
small.
large, and I should have got a 2X.
And none
for
of them
the-
were labeled, so people
Yeah.
were just tearing them out,
Yeah.
trying to check the sizes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were nice gift bags before everybody.
And they closed down the bar, but the bartenders left all the drinks out, so I was over pouring
was nice.
myself stuff.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
was
if you saw
Yeah,
that.
they left the rest of it. Yeah.
So then we moved to a movie theater. Really nice movie
Yeah.
theater.
Yes,
actually.
it
Yeah.
was.
Are
Yeah.
we going to talk about who else was in the room before we moved to the theater? Other guys that we also met. Who else who do we miss?
He said Shane
talked
from
about
Secret
Shane.
Compass.
We talked about
Secret
the Tower
Compass,
Closet.
Justin, Sick One was there.
Sick one was
They
there.
had
Oh,
A bunch of famous people we don't know.
your boy was there.
Your boy.
Michael Rowan.
Did we bring up the sick one?
is
Who
he
was,
a
who was
YouTuber?
actually
Sig was there. Sig was
Is he
there.
who was
YouTuber?
really
Is he-
really
is he
cool to meet in
YouTuber?
person. He's a really chill down to earth guy. Was
is
it?
he a YouTuber?
Who?
Who?
Your boy.
Yeah, everything always. Oh, shut up. You're the fucking So, we're
He-
giving
he-
you
he
such
was
a hard
cool.
time.
He was cool.
Hey,
That was
do
just
you
a
know
punch.
why
Well,
you're
boy.
receiving the brunt of all the jokes?
Because
This is easy.
Because the not subscriber guy holds his own.
Yeah.
I mean, if you fire this guy,
My name's Whip for a reason. I'm
him and I have
very-
been firing back all week, and I
They-
fucking
I
love him
know, I
because he's just
keep
like
fighting
me.
him. And
I
just
won't
put
say
him
what
in-
happened, but you did invite someone to the limo that we ended up regretting, and thankfully he did not make it to the limo.
Yeah.
He might be.
I don't know if we can go there.
Anyway, oh,
Oh,
ouch.
yeah.
Sorry, we're watching the game. Not that you guys aren't important. You should put the game on in the background. So we moved to the movie theater, and I gotta say, this crowd, I don't know if they were timid. I
They-
wasn't timid.
They were timid in the beginning.
Yeah.
And kind
Well,
of.
but even at the movie theater,
Yeah.
like, there was no energy level in the
Yeah.
room. So
You
I,
also had a lot to drink. So.
yeah, well, that's, I mean,
I
You
mean,
were the one at the
right, we
party.
split the group.
He won it.
He was down in front.
that's because
And then
those
you
were the only
guys-
seats
Yeah,
left.
we were in the
Right,
middle.
You guys were in a mean
then you guys
Father
were up at the
and
top.
Brian were at the top, and we had like a three-section, audience.
I think our little group asked the most questions.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
already
yeah.
had-
No, but
We already had private
Oh, wait till we
talk
get to that because you
All right.
fuckers are giving me a
All
workout. So you know what I'm talking about. So John's standing
my
up front, and I'm like, "Do you want me to like hype the crowd or something, buddy?" As a drunken joke, and he goes, "Please." And he hands me the microphone. So I tried to get everyone excited, and then I was like, "So let's do this. Let's celebrate Queen Studios." And two people. In the audience.
It's like-
I was in the bathroom at that.
So then Queen Studios kind of introduced who they were. They had a video, multiple videos.
Yeah.
That introduced the key members of their team, which was cool to see background. The key members of their team.
What the stuff they've worked on.
Yep,
prior
stuff
to
they've
this
worked on
series.
both within
Yeah.
Queen Studios and without Queen Studios.
A lot of them are video game artists. I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And they gave a brief intro. Obviously, they live in China and they spoke Chinese, but they had subtitles. And I mean, we translated for Wit because he can't read.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about new pieces coming out. We'll talk about licenses in a second. They did new pieces coming out. They even showed some teasers. Those photos are up on probably most Facebook and Instagram Statue Collectors pages.
Yeah.
But if you don't know where they're at, go to Queen Studios Facebook page. So let's talk about each of those. First, they revealed the Cavill bust.
Yes.
Both black suit and
blue.
red suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to judge these as much as we did to the ones we saw in person because it's hard to tell off
It's
one
also
photo.
working.
It's grainy.
Yeah, and a work in progress, but initial thoughts.
Close.
I thought they were pretty good, and I like the fact you can take the little symbol off and it has like the baby version.
Yeah,
of it.
the
I
baby,
thought that was
but
cool.
on both versions too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good anti-abortion ad.
Oh my gosh.
Am I wrong? It looked like a little fetus.
Holy shit.
You know what? It's very close. Something's just not there.
So you know what I think was off about it? It seems small.
I think it's because we're getting used to the arms. Like
Yeah,
Infinity.
it seems small, and we saw a picture of it, so we don't know what it looked
Yeah,
like.
it's like
But
a-
it seems small.
See, because everyone in this room, we put a lot of talk about the big stuff. No one really paid attention to the 6 cal because you guys don't really.
We're not collectors in one
Right.
sense.
Yeah,
One
so,
thing.
Well, I
but
per-
then we did say they're really good
But there are
pieces.
people. I mean,
I purposely didn't write Inart on here because
It's not where we
But with that, next piece they revealed was the Hulk, the comic-based Hulk.
There's
Three.
three of them.
There's three.
Yep.
That was nice.
So I thought that was very cool.
That was very
I
cool.
like
que-
the different faces on them.
It just seemed like the base kind of wrapped into the body.
Yeah.
It wasn't like normal Hulk. When you said base Hulk.
They did something different, which
Yes,
was good.
yeah.
Although that we did question why they
Chose to do that now.
another Hulk because there's so many Hulks available. What was another piece they revealed?
They did the Mark III half scale on 1-to-1.
Yeah, Mark III. Well, they only showed the half scale, right?
They showed the one.
They showed.
Okay, and it was a very rough rendering.
Two versions of it.
Yeah, there's two versions of the half scale. There's a battle damage and a clean.
Yep.
Yep.
So we also did talk to them about Robert Downey Jr. likeness.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually have a Robert Downey Jr. sculpt
Yep.
that they paid for and is done really well that they cannot use because currently RDJ's contract with the MCU has been terminated, which does terminate license rights. So there is no way they can put him in Iron Man. That's just the way it is. They'd love to because we always talked about, and I know we've talked about on my channel before, I would love a bust or a full size where you can remove the front plate and you'd see an RDJ.
That or when he's doing the snap.
Yeah. I mean, so we did address that. What other pieces? So they didn't show this one.
Or they did doing a Matrix.
That's a license, I
That's,
think.
yeah,
Inart
that was a license for
figures.
That
Inart.
was an art.
Okay. So one.
Oh, there was a Black Adam on Throne.
Yes.
Oh yes, Black Adam on Throne. That was quarter
Yeah, for the movie.
Quarter.
quarter scale.
Should be quarter.
We already addressed that, Austin, my man. Rewind. So,
Oh, awesome.
but one thing they did reveal, and actually, so we asked Kevin, not Kevin, fuck.
I
He
was
looks
about to
like
say,
Kevin.
who the hell-
Jason.
Jason, yeah.
Not Jason, Jason, the CEO of Queen Studios. We said, what's your favorite? Like, what do you like to collect? What do you like to make?
That was surprising.
And
answer.
his
Yeah.
favorite
Terminator.
is
Terminator.
Terminator was number one, Alien, and Predator. So we dove into those. These were off the cuff topics. They were addressed a little bit. Obviously, they have the life-size Alien bus. They do not have the rights to Predator, and they don't see that coming anytime soon.
Didn't he say he was big on horror as well?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
you said horror was his
Yeah.
first.
But-
ECC horror pieces.
Yep,
Yeah.
ECC are what got him into it.
Yep.
ECC.
Yes.
But so they do want to do a life-size Predator bus, but it's not even in the cards right now. So don't hold your breath for that. And then also, what they do have coming out, for sure confirmed though, is they have a Arnold T800 coming out, licensed for the U.S.
Clean version.
A clean version. It will not be battle damage because they can't repeat the same one they did before. But that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
And he's more excited about that piece than the previous piece. He said.
They also said that as far as half scale goes, not only the Mark III, towards the end of next year, they're looking into doing a Loki and a Doctor Strange half scale.
But then I also asked them, you can do a full scale of the Mark III. They're going to do a
They
full
are.
Full scale.
scale.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to come out. That's going to be impressive.
Well, I think if they keep selling all the, because Jim, you have the one I just got. You have that on
Yeah,
order,
the
right?
Mark 7
Mark
coming.
7 full size. I think if they keep selling these full size out, they'll go through every iteration. of
Why
it.
not? If they're
Yeah.
selling, I'll
Yeah.
let them stop.
We also discussed the I can't remember what it's called, but the exclusive, like, to buy the statues and why they do it, and why they wouldn't.
Oh, the whole Masterline with the Doctor Strange, how you can only
Yeah,
get
so I challenged John. If you guys read my blogs, they came out with the Masterline series, and to be able to purchase the Masterline series, you had to be a pre-qualified buyer, meaning you spent a certain amount of money or you bought a certain amount of pieces with Queen Studios. So I told John my opinion, and my opinion is I think it's stupid. I think that the fact that maybe you have a new collector who comes in who hasn't got into this yet, and the first day he finds out about statue collecting, let's say he's loaded, he has tons of money. First piece he ever sees is the Doctor Strange. Shit, I want to buy that. Sorry, you can't buy it. He's kind of screwed. Or maybe he's been collecting a long time, he just hasn't liked any Queen Studio pieces, or she hasn't liked any Queen Studio pieces until this one. Sorry, you don't have purchase history with us, enough purchase history, you can't buy it. And I said, I think that's wrong. So John's response was, honestly, we don't know what's right or wrong. We had to make a decision. And the basis behind our decision was, we think if you've been collecting, and especially if you're collecting a line for us, we don't want you to be screwed out of missing out a future piece when you bought all the past ones.
that. It's
So-
just a thank you to the ones who've been
Yeah,
since day
so
one.
Oh, it makes
it
sense.
wasn't to exclude buyers, it was to include and prioritize people who have been buying their pieces to complete
You know,
their
it's like a
collection.
catch-22. It's like you want to reward the guys who stand by you, but again, you still want to entice new people to come in.
Yeah, so
You know.
I agree with him. I still lean to my viewpoint. I think Mine's right.
So your opinion hasn't changed based on
Yeah.
what
My
you said?
opinion will never change, Whit.
So
Stop.
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
You know,
What?
never mind. Did we discuss how he's gonna do the rest of the Avenger line in half scale? I know we mentioned the Loki, but he also
No,
mentioned
he
Thor.
mentioned they did. I forgot they did mention their Thor.
Thor.
So there's Mark III, and then the next three in the plans is, and he said it's most likely Infinity War, Thor, Loki, and then
And
And
Doctor
didn't
Strange.
Jason say his favorite
He did mention
bus
Doctor
thus
Strange.
far is Thor?
yes.
Yep. The new Thor that was just.
So I've noticed a trend. If they put a bust out for it, they're most likely going to do
Do a half
They're gonna
scale.
a half
follow up-
scale with that version to go with it.
Right, they're gonna follow
Also,
up
in
the other
terms of
pieces.
DC, they said half scale Harley could be in the works.
And
Yes.
no, I thought it was
Harley,
Harley, and then they said after Bale and he
I
would
think
be
they're
a
able to
Wonder
do
Woman.
this.
Wonder Woman as well. Yeah.
Right, the DC, they have a little more flexibility what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said DC was easier to get approved than Marvel, but Marvel sells better.
Yeah, but Marvel also pimps out their squad. But DC can't.
It's just rocks, Polly. So
You reading that?
which one, Brian's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually talked about this today, Brian. If you read the way the law reads internationally, and even where the country I obviously live in, it is not. It's very clear about fan art pieces. So legally, customs are called fan art. That's legally in definition. The only thing they penalize is selling fan art for profit. There is nothing written in the law about buying it. So I'm never really too worried. What they could do is they could subpoena me, where I'd have to reveal information. But as a
Okay.
buyer, legally, and technically, I guess they could confiscate it all. Which, if they did that, I bet you I'd have a flood in my basement the next day.
Boxes floating in the pool.
I'm gonna have to delete this video if that ever happens. Ferrari, you have to own a certain one to own another one. What is that like? The rules? You have to own one Ferrari. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
It's-
No, and that's what I get too. So, but
As far as upcoming pieces, do you guys have a favorite that you saw that you're most excited for? Like
Mark
stuff,
III.
stuff from the presentation.
Yeah. Mark III
Mark
half
3
scale.
has to be up to
Half scale.
For you, 1-to-1, I know.
so licenses. Actually, I criticize them a little bit. The new licenses they have secured are all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that they're a for-profit company that's doing very well, but they have everything from. I mean,
Michael Jackson was a big one there.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson's
yeah,
a big
the
one.
Bust.
Back to the
But
Future.
Yeah, Michael Jackson bus.
Jason,
Back to
they're-
the Future DeLorean only, not
Yeah,
Doc
they're
Brown.
doing,
They're trying to get a lot more vehicles.
Yeah, they're gonna do
For the
1/6 scale vehicles for the
They're
Inart.
doing a life-size Harry Potter bust of Hermione.
And
Yep,
Hermione.
and Hermione bust. Yep, which is weird. Oh, no, Universal owns
Yeah,
that. I was gonna
that's
say okay. Yeah, so they're doing life-size Harry Potter bust, life-size Hermione bust.
Yep.
That's already been approved. We talked about Matrix.
Yes.
Inart
Yeah.
has been approved.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
full scale.
more
They showed the full
licenses for
scale
Inart
yesterday.
than.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
in their
licenses.
office.
That was
The
cool.
full scale in
The
their
full
office.
scale
I thought
nature,
it was
yes.
the Predator and then the full.
They showed
the
that. He was
Matrix.
wearing a black
That's
coat.
why. That's what brought me up to the
Yes.
topic. Can we visit?
That was
'Cause
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they like to do these events, and I told them this. I was like, don't get me wrong. I love what you're doing, and I think that there's a lot of intrinsic value to this. But this is not a good business move for you guys to do this. I was like, your return on investment is horrible. I mean, they charged us ticket prices that they didn't check for. The tickets were $20.
Yeah.
I drank $3,000 worth of alcohol in those 2 hours. As I said, you guys think about it, importing all these statues into the country. I mean, and I'll let you guys know. So Queen Studios was here in Vegas.
Yeah.
We are sitting in a penthouse. Queen Studios was at the Excalibur sharing a room that's $45 a night. I'm not kidding you guys. So I mean they're not, they are really, really, I don't know if they were sharing a room, but
I think
it
he
sounds
said. I think he
better.
said twice. 2.
No, they
Oh,
got.
he has
they
2
have
rooms.
two rooms.
Well, $45 a night each, you can
Yeah,
get 2
yeah.
rooms. So I think that's just a good show that when I told them, hey, from a business standpoint, this isn't a good investment, although I hope you keep doing it, they didn't care.
They didn't, and they said several times, your money's not our objective. It's the company and the art that they're focused on.
Yep.
And you can see it, like with everything they do. Anything they do is trial and error. Like just because they do it doesn't mean it's going to be there forever. just like the
Well, I mean,
membership.
listen, they throw it out there. If it sticks, they
Yeah,
run with it.
exactly.
If not, it's a one piece done. Move on and start something else. I mean, listen, it's a lot of money invested.
Yeah.
If you don't want to put it dud after dud after dud, you're going to eat in a lot of profit.
But they really are there for the customer.
I mean, listen, definitely, it was not a profit deal to come down.
Yep. So that was it. And then today we went and ate at the. We slept really, really late,
Yeah, we did.
and I showed them the
Oh.
dangers of gambling.
We finally got to the buffet.
We finally got to the buffet, which
We made
was
reservations this time.
unfucking believable. And then we're back here, and all of us go home tomorrow, except
Yep.
Jason. He goes home tonight.
But
But-
right across the
He's
street.
local, he's local, so people know
I
that.
can drive right over
We're
there.
flying back to Florida. Where are you
Alright.
flying back to?
Flying back to New Jersey, Newark.
So with that being said, favorite part of the trip?
Oh,
Probably just making fun of you the entire time. It's got to be it. Like
This fucker.
the look on your face when you just you know that I'm not supporting you. I could care less about you. You know,
Oh my
it makes my
God.
day. It warms my heart. So
I have said publicly and privately that this is my favorite fucking guy I've met in a long time. Because he dishes it out and he does not back down. I love it.
no, I enjoyed everyone. Just being with the people because you guys. I'm not big in the community, but come into this and just like the event. The event got people that don't know each other personally to talk and enjoy each other's company. So I just meeting you guys. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Just
Let me
meeting-
interrupt you. We got a good question.
Oh, okay.
So, controversy and skepticism around 1/6 scale, $1,000 pieces, and how the final products will compare to prototypes. Well, first of all, I think to address how will the final products compare to prototypes, I don't think we can speculate on that now.
Well, those are pieces.
Production pieces.
Those are production. So
Production
that's
pieces.
what we saw. The event is what you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
in theory, with despite QC issues.
And
Yeah,
that's high quality. Like,
yeah. So I think that's a road that we don't want to speculate what will happen and what won't. But we did talk about this in depth about $1,000 1/6 scale pieces.
We got
The
there's been-
$1,000 ones were more the double packs.
But there's also
With the
Hot
two
Toys in the
packs.
past that like that the 47 point was $1,500 for a 6 scale figure in the aftermarket. So sometimes they do go up there. It just depends on the character.
Well, and I like a lot of we were talking about, a lot of these were pretty elaborate, like especially with the backgrounds and stuff. We were talking about like obviously their main competition is Hot Toys. We all know that now. There's some other Blitzway and some other pieces, but especially with the articulation model. We talked about the Iron Man that has the yellow machine putting his suit on.
Yeah, the
That's
Gantry.
700 or 800 now.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of the die-cast Iron
Oh,
Man
yeah,
pieces
they're
that are in
500,
that.
600.
Yeah,
They're like $500.
in that range, and they keep going. When I started collecting Hot Toys, they were 150 to 200, and I collect them anymore. That was 6-7 years ago, but now they're what? The new piece is high threes, low fours. Is that right?
The average, the
Three.
cheapest you'll find is like
Three.
$275 at the cheapest,
Like very basic.
very basic, and now they go up to like $500.
Yep. And I think that for me, my opinion is $1,000 is too much. And that may be because I'm not as into 6 scale as I once was, so I may have a biased opinion. But again, it's what the market will hold. I mean, every single collector out there, whether you collect Hot Toys now or whether you collect life-size figures, remembers that moment when they said, "Oh my God, I'm going to spend $50 on this,"
Yes.
or whatever number, that they couldn't believe I was going to spend $200 on a Barbie doll, because that's what they are.
We also, that'll never happen.
Yeah, that'll
That'll
never
never
happen.
happen.
The most I will ever spend on a statue, I remember saying this in my head, the most that I couldn't believe, I actually lost sleep over it when I pre-ordered Thanos on Throne from Sideshow, because it was $1,300. I lost sleep on that. I was just like, I can't believe I spent that much money on it. And I had that much money. I had as much money as I do now. So it wasn't so I think that the market and people's perception, I think prices, while I don't want to say it's irrelevant, I don't think it's going to be an obstacle.
Right.
It'll draw some hate.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, I see this comment all the time. People who criticize price can't afford it. That's not true. That's not true.
People just don't want to get gouged.
Yeah, and I understand that. But I'll tell you this, like I said, they were staying at Excalibur if we didn't say that, nobody would know that.
Yeah.
And if you don't know Vegas, Excalibur is a shithole. It is a shithole.
It is.
So I mean, they're not,
normal guys. They
Yeah.
came in here with low-end tequila as a gift, but which was a very nice gift.
Yeah, they bought the cheapest.
John
tequila
came in
you
here
could.
drinking an IPA.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was confused to why his Uber was $14.
Yeah, like they're
He was concerned about paying $14
You
for an
gotta
Uber.
understand, they're both from China, so there's a different mentality of how we spend the dollar compared to how we blow the dollar.
And not only that, but they shared privately. They shared some financials with us. Yeah, they're not making money hand over fist. They are
the
in
company's
this.
growing.
Yeah, they are in this for the long haul, and anyone who's been involved in a new company that's growing fast knows that most of your profit you reinvest into the
Right,
company.
they're in transition.
And that's
So-
what they're doing.
Yeah, I would say that yes, I think $1,000 is too much for a 6 scale, but I don't think Queen Studios is price gouging at all.
No.
So that was a great question. What was your favorite part of the trip, other than meeting your idol?
Yeah.
Well, meaning you?
No, fanboy.
No, just honestly, like I was excited for the event, but I was just more looking forward to like meeting all you guys. If it wasn't for this event, I never thought I'd meet you. Getting it, dancing, getting drunk in the limo with Todd was a great time.
That was
got
like
to
a
meet
highlight.
Sick. He's actually a really good person. Like when you get to hang out with him, this guy I've been talking to for a few months now. So more so just hanging out with you guys, getting drunk in the limo.
His adrenaline's been running since the plane landed.
No, I
I'm
see
like,
that.
relax. Like I got here, I instantly went to take a nap. He's like, oh, we gotta go.
So I would say this too. I want to mention about Sick. So Sick, if Sick Mansion Collectibles, he's a very loud, vibrant, and I'll even use the word on his videos, sometimes obnoxious guy. In real life, he's cool as fuck, man. He's smooth.
It
He's
was good.
very,
It was cool to hang with. Yes.
Yeah.
he was in the
he's-
limo. He was just vibing the whole
You know
night.
what?
Yeah, and he was still the same guy too. I
He
mean,
was Caller, you're on the line. Go ahead.
I should answer it. All right. Hopefully that didn't fuck
You got
up
a
the video.
question, X?
No, I don't have any more ARH. Yeah, the only one I had was the Medusa, and I ended up selling that one. But, Jason.
Yeah, man, definitely a favorite part for me. Why the event itself was cool, and they definitely executed well for their first time ever doing one like this. Just like the Friday when we got together, the Saturday before the event, Saturday night after the event, just all the time, we spent, myself, you, Jimmy, Josh, Whit, Todd,
Brian.
Pornstash, Brian, yeah, like you said, Sick, in person, totally just different vibe. But he's still himself. Yeah, just the hanging out with the collectors, man, for sure.
Not to mention getting drunk with Queen Studios in the limo. That was pretty cool.
You know, I gotta agree with both of you. Same thing. You know what? You come out here, you want to see statues, but the best part is we all got to spend time, talk about things that interest us, and we got to know each other. And I got a question. Did anybody find something surprising about John?
Who's John?
It was Josh.
Whit?
Oh,
Josh.
I mean, John.
Whit?
Wait,
Yes.
Whit.
Did anything find surprising about you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good recovery.
I'm as good looking as they come.
Well, let's do that about everybody, okay?
All right.
Let's do that about everybody.
Okay.
I got you. We have a lot of inside jokes, so just so you guys know. Hey guys, currently all my pieces are from Prime One, XM, all great companies. Do you feel Queen Studios is pulling ahead? Do you feel Prime One is overpricing themselves? So, I'll go first. I think that Queen Studios is the company that's most still for the collectors.
Mm-hmm.
I know Prime
And they
One.
show it.
Yeah, they show times 10. It's not a contest.
Yeah.
XM used to be like that. I don't feel like they're like that anymore. I'm not saying they're a bad company. They don't. And it could be they're getting too big. I mean that's the truth. As a company grows, because you guys got to remember, as a company grows, it's not just about the ownership wanting money, but they have employees they need to take care of. They have. There's a whole
They're
structure.
mass
It's a brand.
production.
It's a brand. You got to protect the brand.
So, I think from a quality standpoint, I think it's always going to be back and forth because Prime One gets better, XM's pieces are better. Although I think XM is falling much more. And we were talking about this yesterday. Sideshow's going in a different direction. I think Sideshow knows that the market is going to be tough, so they're not focusing as much. But anyone else on that question?
Prime one's weird because you'll have a piece like, for example, the Batman, which looks phenomenal.
Which Batman?
The
They've
Pat-
made 5 million of them.
The Pattinson Batman.
Okay,
From the
yeah,
movie.
that's a nice
It
one.
looks incredible, but it's just your typical like museum style. But then they get the new like 1/3 Berserk that has a lot more, I feel like, work done to it, and it's like $400 cheaper. So I feel like they're I don't want to say they're overpriced, but the way they price things is confusing.
Well, do you guys remember the video I made about Prime One Studios overpricing stuff
Of
with
course
their
I did.
Final Fantasy? And I said, do you know why they're doing this in the video? Because of you guys and myself. We keep fucking buying them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you owned a business, and you were whatever type of business that was, and you were charging $50, and then you found out you could charge $55, and people would still pay it, you should charge $55.
You
should.
should, right.
Well, Queen said the same thing about the membership thing. Like, why take it down if they're still being bought? You know what I mean?
Except fuzzy users,
But
that's
you
all.
had a good opinion about it, that reason.
Did it die?
No, you're good.
Okay. So,
No.
another few questions here. What did you think of Queen's new Hulk Quarter concept? We did talk about that a little bit.
They were all three were nice. I
Yeah,
think-
they're
I
cool.
like the
They're
gray
different.
Kirby the best, but they were nice.
To collect all three of those, that would be pretty cool.
I think it's a weird time because LBS is putting out pretty much three different ones like that, but in third scale.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm gonna
weird.
just check the battery here. Make sure we're okay.
What else we got? Hoping they expanded. Is it dead?
No.
Okay.
Why? It's still going, right?
Yeah, no, we're good.
So your favorite part?
Surprising.
All right. Yeah. So let's go around. What did you think of everybody you met? We talked a little bit about Sick already. We talked about Queen Studios enough.
Is it me that anybody knows how fast he walks?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
it's the ego. Honestly,
He's a speed walker.
he's got to
He's a
lead.
professional speed walker.
At points in times, he was leading, and he's like, "No, we need to go this way." I'm like, "This dude lives here. I'm following
Bro,
him."
I turn around, he's gone.
But without him, we would be at a standstill
No,
for
but
a
he's
long
gone.
time.
No, but John, when you were leaving,
I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude.
no, but I said when you were walking, you were with me, we were walking, we turned around, X is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because I got shit to do.
Yeah.
Drinks to drink. All right. What else surprised you about anything? I was surprised surprised how good your beard looked in real life.
I appreciate that, man.
That was nice.
It is a good beard. Thank
Nice
you.
trim.
Yeah, thank you. Your height.
Yeah, you're a lot taller in person.
Taller
There
than I
we
thought,
go.
man.
Every fucking time.
Every fucking time. Yeah.
Everyone walked. I didn't know you were this big. And then all weekend long, I just had a Michael Scott sign. That's what she said.
Well,
You're the same in real life as you are in your videos. You know?
That surprised you?
Huh? Well,
you know what,
Six completely different than in real life than he is in his videos.
I don't think he's different.
He's not
just
my
toned
like.
down.
He's toned down,
he's
but
toned down,
Toned down.
but
I think it's the same exact personality though.
you got a lot of energy.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he's
For an
got a
old
lot-
guy.
Somewhat.
I know you and I have talked. We'll talk later. I don't know who's older. I think we're close.
No, we're not close.
The energy slows down though when you drink a lot
Yeah.
though.
Which is all the time.
Yeah, you do slow down at some points, but for the most part, you're just.
I don't slow down as much as this fuck.
Yeah.
We will show if you guys keep watching. We will show you the sex swing. It's right
wow.
there. I mean, literally.
We're like moments away from
Yeah,
the
it is.
reveal.
We're wrapping up.
You
here,
want to get in
but-
your position?
Yeah. So also, some people are throwing out questions. We're going to answer them. So we're going to finish with a small Q&A here, and then we'll show you the sex swing, and then we'll show you the sex swing in action.
So I have a question. What were you curious about me, or what?
No, that was he misspoke something he shouldn't have said.
Yeah,
And
so I
He
was
was
wondering
trying to
why
cover
you were
his ass.
speeding, you know, when you were walking behind us,
Oh.
why he was so far ahead of us.
Yeah.
All right, with growing market competition, why aren't companies taking more risks? You mentioned your last review how there are so many Wolverines. What quarter scale would you want to see that hasn't been done? So I think right now, everybody knows there's talk of a recession. Some people say the world's in a recession. Some people say it's going to happen. Right now is not the time for a company to take risks. Smart companies, like companies I'm involved with, we already have recession plans in place, but we hope we don't have to use them. And I think that statue companies, smart statue companies, are doing the same thing. But a recession happened in 2008, and collecting is still out there. So I mean, it's not going to make things go away.
It'll slow down.
What quarter scale statues do you want to see that haven't been done? I have a video on that. You can search that. Life-size collector. I only have 2.
Those two.
Well, but I don't think busts are life-size, even though they are life-size.
Yeah.
You have 2 on order,
I
right?
have 2 on order, but the bus, we're not gonna count the bus.
No, don't count busts. We should have followed him into the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Can we get the camera?
Man, he better not be, because I gotta use it too. He better not
No,
be
he's
doing what you
peeing.
did.
You
Oh
can
my
hear him
God,
pee.
let it go.
Oh, by the way, after he took his massive dump and fucked up the toilet, Wick comes to me and he goes, "I just want to let you know, the soap is still in the wrapper." You know,
I
so it's a
washed my
hotel.
hands.
But you use lotion.
So-
I use
You
body
use
wash.
lotion.
There's no body wash in there because
It said body wash.
There is no body wash.
Body
lotion.
body lotion. There was not a shower in that room.
It says
You smelled so nice coming out. I'm like, wait, dude, spray
So
the
he didn't
cologne
wash.
on?
And,
I
oh,
did
wait,
wash my hands.
Not only did he not wash his hands, he's the one who poured all the tequila shots for everybody. That's
Oh.
why I didn't take
Wait, he
one.
rimmed it. Did you see
did
how he
take
rimmed
one.
the cup?
I didn't drink it.
Oh my
He
god.
was rimming the cup. Couldn't believe it. It's like, have one. No, thank you.
Oh my god.
Do speculative take longer to ship statues than the company that makes them?
Of course.
It varies. It varies on the distributor. So sometimes record the sword fight. We should have had a sword fight.
There he is.
I didn't hear the sink go. Did you wash?
You didn't wash your hands.
Yeah, I brought out the soap.
What, okay, what does it say?
There's the soap.
What does it say? Body.
And it's not. It's
Hey,
not. It's
show,
not.
show it to the
It
camera.
is not
Show
in
it to
small
the-
letters.
Show it to the camera.
I was drunk.
Oh my god.
Hang on. We're on a delay, so.
No,
There you go. You're good.
Should be good enough.
I was drunk. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it said body
Yeah,
wash.
that's your-
So you took such a huge dump that it ruined the toilet, and then you didn't wash your hands, or you washed them with body lotion. Hopefully, there's some kind of sterile agreement. Austin wants to know what statue or bust do you guys want made by Queen Studios that hasn't been teased.
Half scale Mark 46
I want a full size, life size Mark 6.
or a half scale Thanos. That'd be dope.
I would say Thor. I would love to see a full scale Thor.
After Love and Thunder.
Well, maybe the first version.
Half scale Thanos.
Half scale Thanos.
Yeah, that's what I want.
He just collect Hot Toys. He ain't even a real collector.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even collect my Hot Toys as a gift.
you gifted them.
I want the pieces that are out there. I would like.
Wash your hands. God,
Take the soap.
That's the bad part about being.
Kids.
Yeah, you need
Don't
soap.
forget the soap.
The body lotion soap. I would love to see a Rambo with arms and some gun, but that's probably not happening. No, I don't think so. It's not those people. But although one thing we find interesting. So the morning before I left at 3 a.m, I recorded Iron Studios Voldemort because it just came out. So I have to edit that when I get back tomorrow. But I mentioned in the video how it's interesting these statues are coming out now. And we just talked about the fact that Queen Studios is making Harry Potter and Hermione so long after the movies. I mean, because it's got to be at least 10 years old, right?
Yeah, it's probably just a licensing thing at that point.
Yeah, but it's like the hype for the movies
It's gone.
It's gone.
Is gone.
Unless you do a remake.
I mean, but you
or-
can say that same thing
They're
about.
so old now.
You can say the same thing about Lord of the Rings, and people still go crazy for those. Those movies came out years ago. Even The
Well,
Hobbit.
I think a different group of people watching it. And most of Harry Potter were younger kids, but the Ring were more adults, I would say.
Yeah, well, the new.
Todd just mentioned that he's still watching Lord of the Rings. Like he's starting it over again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. It's mostly more of adult. Harry Potter, I mean, I would never turn Harry Potter on right now. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Full
Are we
movie.
But-
talking
and
about
you
the same thing?
Well, what's great is the Harry Potter movies were so popular, they actually made some books out of it after the movies.
Those are the other way.
I say that in the Voldemort video just to piss people off. All right, what do we got? What do you think of the Queen Studios quarter scale Hulk? Everyone keeps asking that.
Yeah.
Concept looks a little odd. It doesn't if you look at some of the original comic drawings of Hulk. I think it's more geared towards that. I mean, a good example of Hulk is, I know some custom ones that match up with it, but like the old sideshow Hulk for Spider-Man. He's very improper proportions. He's very, more of a creature-esque monstrous than he is humanoid. We were going to talk about
I
She-Hulk.
was about to bring it up. Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about She-Hulk. If you
The
don't
best
watch,
MCU content they've ever.
the best MCU content ever. If you have not seen She-Hulk or the finale, and you don't want, Black Adam's on. I have tickets to Black Adam on Saturday.
Hey.
If you don't want spoilers, you need to say goodbye now, because this will be like one of the final things we talk about.
Is it really spoiling though?
No, you don't want to watch it. We're
It's a
saving
shit-
you some.
We're
fucking
saving you
time.
4 hours of your life.
All right. So first, we are not going to get into all the controversial left, right politics of She-Hulk. We don't care about that. We care about comics, And we were having this conversation earlier today. So or yesterday, we were talking about controversial stuff in pop culture right now. We were talking about the fact that the Little Mermaid is black in the movie, and I think all of us agreed if she got the job because she's the best actress, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it should be about. I mean, don't
There's just too
listen to
much
it.
controversy behind it. And
Yeah.
no one knows the truth.
Yeah, no one knows the truth. So why speculate on it? Why talk on it?
It's just
I
people
assume
talking
she got it
trash.
because she's the best actress. So great. I look forward to it. So we don't want to talk about getting anything controversial, but we do want to talk about how fucking horrible the writing was.
Yeah, it's bad. The only good episode good was the Daredevil episode, and that was
Correct.
that was still kind of watching itself, but.
Yeah, and it was just good because we were excited to see
See Daredevil?
back.
You weren't excited to see Leapfrog?
Well,
Leapfrog.
Yeah. You know what I didn't understand? I don't understand why he was in the yellow suit then. I mean, is this supposed to
I
be...
think that's symbolism for this is technically a reboot in the comics. That was apparently his first.
Yeah,
suit.
yeah, I know he was yellow his first few comics, but I don't understand why, it doesn't make sense on time. And I know they're technically claiming that they're starting Charlie Cox over.
Mhm.
Like the Netflix never existed.
Never happened, right?
Which I think is stupid though too, because
I-
they're also going to bring back the actor who played Wilson
Yeah,
Fisk.
Vincent.
They already did.
I don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna completely erase it, and then they're just gonna say, just not really acknowledge it and not really retell those stories because we already had that.
Kind of like they do with the X-Men and
Yeah.
everything.
I think in the Echo show he's getting the black suit, and then he gets his actual red suit in his own show.
The black suit, the Shadowlands, is actually an amazing read, if you've ever read it. But so the final episode is really corny. She's going to jail, and then she goes to visit her Abominations retreat for everyone woo-saw to feel better. And then all these villains start to come in, and then she pauses and she's like, "This is stupid. Why are we ending the finale this way?" Then she jumps out of the Disney screen, on Disney Plus, and she jumps into another movie.
Mhm.
And then she meets Kevin, and Kevin, who's in charge of the MCU. He's not a real person. He's a robot. Everyone thought he was a person. It's just the stupidest fucking story. People, am I getting this wrong?
I haven't seen the last episode.
Okay, it's fucking horrible. Like, they don't solve anything. And then the only thing they do to try and add shock value is at the very end, they're having a family picnic, and Bruce shows up. And by the way, he's shorter than I am,
Okay.
which people are talking about. But the only stupid thing, he says, "I'm sorry, I've been away on Scar," or not on Scar. I've been away on
Business.
Planet Hulk,
I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
Planet Hulk.
whatever it is, and I had a son. So then they bring in Scar, who's like probably 5'5", which Scar is short, but he's shorter than Hulk. But so they bring in his son, and it's the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, Shrek.
Yeah, he looked like Shrek.
Shrek.
So it is just, do not watch it. It's
Holy
fucking
shit.
horrible.
Shrek with a net on his head.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. So you didn't watch it. So
I haven't
you-
seen it
I
yet.
haven't wa- I haven't
I
watched
that's the only episode I have to watch still.
Anybody getting Queen Hulkbuster? You were, right? Yeah, you already had it.
No, I got the XM,
Oh, okay.
and I got a custom.
But are you getting?
I got.
You're debating?
I'm debating.
I'm out, brothers. Have a great time. Bye, Mike. Did they mention anything on bigger Hulk bust coming? Heard rumors on bigger one like the Gauntlet, Thanos. No, and they told us, like, even off the cuff, they told us almost everything that was coming.
Yes. I
So-
got
They did tell us
it.
a
we
lot.
got the scoop.
I think it's because Bullseye took the suit and killed people, so he doesn't want to wear the red one. Okay. How many life-size statues do you own, and did your wife really get mad at your newly life-size statue of Iron Man? I own 2, and she's always mad at me, no matter what I do.
Can we add to that? So originally you ordered one, and then you told me you were going to get the second one. Then you said, "No, I'm good with one." But now you've changed your mind after you've seen the first one, and tell people, what you actually thought of it.
Yeah, hang on for a sec. Just one sec. One sec. We're still going to show the sex swing, by the way. How likely are they to create a jungle predator life-size bus? They're not. They want to, they just can't. Hey, are you watching the live right now? All right, don't
waste your time.
watch. All right, so to answer your question, yes.
Why?
Why?
Wait, hang on.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
So to answer your question, I have 2 on order, which she didn't even know about this one, and it showed up. Nothing. I was just wishing you could watch me because I miss you so much, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. That's it. So she, hey,
What are you live on?
OnlyFans.
Disney.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. So, how many times did I talk about how much I love my wife this week?
All the time.
All the time.
Every day.
Constantly.
And those fucking kids. So anyway, we oh, it's 20-0. Shit, Dallas. Yeah, that's on the
That's
fire.
I feel like a Denver fan.
Oh,
I
that's
know how
true.
you feel.
That's true. So, I had 2 on order, and so she found out about the second one when we were putting it together. She really likes it. She's impressed with it. She thinks
Good.
it looks awesome. She doesn't know I'm ordering the Mark 85 as well, but
She does
she
now.
she doesn't know. I mean, all the statues I have coming, she has no idea. Right now, there are 3 unopened statues at the front door that arrived. 4 that arrived while we were up here.
Wow.
The only reason you know is because you get emails.
Yes, I have tracking on everything.
He
If
does
not,
get
you
vi-
just
you know,
you
he
wouldn't,
does
you
get
wouldn't
his
be there.
Uh-oh. Frozen. The video's frozen, but the audio's okay.
Whatever.
Tell them to
That's too
refresh-
bad. We
refresh
can't
their
show.
page.
No, it's us, because I'm frozen too.
Well, I guess that's that.
It still says live. Can you guys still hear us?
You said audio's okay.
Yeah, I saw that, but
Is your camera still there?
well, the battery could have fucking died. Oh, low battery.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, well that's good. Now we're back. All right. So I think battery's about to die. So I think the best thing we can do is show the sex swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it,
Yep.
Final
John,
thoughts?
John, go show or John.
Josh.
Josh.
Justin,
Justin.
whatever the
His
fuck
name's
your
Justin.
name
We're like,
Go show him
stuck
how
with
you're
it so
laid
bad
out,
with his
Brian.
name on it.
How was I later? I was asleep.
All right. So are we ready?
Yes.
Sex swing.
I think you need to get in it, dude.
Josh,
Alright.
go ahead.
Yeah, show him the size so we can kind of like.
Show him how to
so
do
we can
it.
scale.
Show
We
Show
want to see
him
the scaling on it next to you.
show him how to do sex.
Feet up, feet down. Version A, version B.
Version A.
Me and Mr. Aaron spent a lot of time in this.
Right.
That's why security came up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, he was passed out.
He left that part out.
So
Squeaky.
I think it's really weird just to be in the
Very
middle of the room.
squeaky.
You know, it's kind of odd to have this.
well, yeah, that's so everybody can watch.
It's
That
probably
would
been
have
used a
been,
lot.
a nice poker table area.
Right.
We need one of these for your OnlyFans account.
Well, Todd's he didn't have that in his suite, but he
Right.
did have a bathtub that
I had
opened
a
up
nice
into the
free
living
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. So I have a bathtub too. It just doesn't open up in the living room.
But nice 360 view though.
Yeah, he did. I like how his was like.
But last thing I want to show, Chasen. You want to stand up? Everyone wants to know how tall I am. Well, take
Shit.
that hat off. That's adding like an extra inch. There you guys go. He is 6'2", to kind of give you an idea. So, but that's all we have, people. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. And say goodbye to Wick, because you'll probably never see him again.
Never
And he's
again.
not in any groups.
Never subscribe either.
Still
Still
going.
going. Like the Energizer Bunny.
It's honestly creepy.